Well, hello, Virgo. Hello, hello. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to come in the room. I know you guys have been waiting for the all signs. I did the other two yesterday. um, so, Virgo, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be using this one actually for the all signs one. And I'm going to be using this one for the general. So what I'm going to do what I normally do. We're going to see what your situation is going to be when it comes down to love. Okay. So we're going to get a nice full reading. And then we're going to get into all signs from Aries all the way through Pisces. That's what we're going to do. Let me say hello to a few people. Hey, Kiana. Hey, Sean. Hey, Anointed Hands. Hey, Ray. Hello. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. This is going to be your love reading. Now, I do have to say this. This could be people that you are dealing with. This could be past people. This could be people that you will be dealing with in the future. Okay. So that's something that I wanted to say. I think I said that to the other signs. Because sometimes people kind of, push it away and then you end up meeting a Leo or something, right? So we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you. This is for Virgo. Let's see what's happening here with you, Virgo. So you have the Empress. You have the Empress coming out. This is a crazy picture because out of all the cards that came out, it is showing a couple. It is showing a ceremony. It is showing two people that are holding on to a special key. Okay. They've created their children. They have their family. Now, remember, family settings is going to be different for everybody. So not everyone is going to have children. Okay. So not everybody's going to have kids. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is the way you want your family to look is what this card is basically saying. Some of you may, start dating someone who still have children. Okay, they may be younger children too, because these kids look like they're about 6 or 7. Okay, 8 or 9, something like that. Okay. But I do see a couple here, and I love the fact that the little boy has the sword going upward, which means victory. Okay. So this is a really good thing. So starting off, this is the energy. Now, every card that comes after it is going to tell us a story. But I see something promising with that Empress card. Now, you did have at the bottom of the deck, you had the 8 of Swords. The only thing that I can say, and I'm not going to say too much yet, if you are in a coupled relationship, this feels like a ball and chain. The 8 of Swords is not necessarily the best. If it ever comes out with a major arcana, in particular with the spousal cards, this is a spousal card. And that coming out with the Empress is just not a good thing. 8 of Swords is like, get me the hell up out of here. Or you give me a headache. Or the only reason why you're even in my life is because we have kids together and because of the money or whatever. It's not a happy family life. It's more so I'm only obligated to stay because of so many reasons. Okay. So far for those who are in a coupled connection, I mean, I'm not seeing an ending, but I don't necessarily see the most happiest connection here. Now, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Virgo. Let's see what comes out here for Virgo. Next card, Queen of Swords. Now, Virgo, did you stop talking to somebody with the Queen of Swords? Queen of Swords is coming out. Okay, this is always he or she has an attitude. Okay. And it doesn't mean that it's not warranted, but with the Queen of Swords, she defends herself. She stands up for herself, okay? And sometimes it can be a little rough. This could be saying things that will hurt a person's feelings. This is, it could be abusive sometimes, so I don't necessarily recommend that. I get it. Sometimes a person has a tendency to hold stuff in. But I do see here with the Queen of Swords, it's an action with the tongue, but it's also an action with you, your body, and your presence, because boundaries are being made here. Now, the boundaries could be, okay, I don't want you talking to me ever. Boundaries could be, okay, you can talk to me, but you're only talking to me on the phone. Okay, boundaries could be, this is the way this connection will be, you know, for what, you know, however we make it to be, right? There's boundaries that are being set, and, you know, unfortunately, the other person may not agree, but I do see it. Now, the crazy part about it, now, what if this is really a marriage? All of that I just said is exactly could be including in a connection in a marriage. It's a little harsh to think about because here you are, you know, feeling like you have to express yourself to your partner and they hurt your feelings and you say things that are mean, okay, which I've seen this with every sign. And you could mean it, but truly, this is still someone that you are married to and you connected to. What are you going to do then? You see how the Eight of Swords came out earlier? Like, you're not going to go anywhere. So this right here isn't conducive. That's one thing that I will tell you. If you can get up and leave the house because you have your own place, okay, whatever. But this I do not recommend if you are in a marriage. All right. Now, I do see that there's going to be some kind of communication that is going to come in here, but it's the way that someone is communicating or the way that someone has been communicating that I'm seeing is a little problematic here. Okay. Now, this could be with marriage or not. I'm just giving you the event of what's going on. This is for Virgo. Now, the next card is the Nine of Swords. And I'm going to tell you, it's been rough because this person here, can you guys see that? There's someone on the floor. They've been taken out. And there's a person that's standing right over it. So very much intentional energy. Someone is feeling somewhat victorious over what they've done to the other person. Or maybe they don't care. There could be like a nonchalant energy where the person doesn't care about how you feel, right? Because they would have never put you in this position to be on the ground anyway. I do feel like there is, and I want to say it, and I want to go from the couples to the singles. If it is a couple situation, this is almost like you can't come back from this. You have totally annihilated your partner, your wife, your husband feelings. You have totally destroyed them. And I'm not going to tell you how I read, but it was already a card that came out that was on the bottom of the deck and here that let me know that there was most likely going to be a separation if you were a marriage partner. It's irreconcilable differences. There's nothing you can get out of this right now because there's too much miscommunication. The way that y'all talk to each other is absolutely reckless. Now, that can happen even with dating scenarios, but you are able to escape this, right? Because you go to your own house. You are able to leave. And if you're talking about separation, it's both of you guys are obviously agreeing to it. Because someone refuses to be like this. And I feel like this will be a good thing. Okay? Because there is definitely some type of it's more verbal. It's more verbal. There's some type of verbal abuse that I'm seeing here. This is for Virgo. Damn. Now, I didn't expect for 2 cards to come out, but I want to take it. What is it? Whoa, look at this. You got 2 major arcanas. You got, this is 3 in the same row. You have the Judgment and the Tower. Pluto is wreck shopping. Now, the Tower is on its own in a relationship, in a connection. I mean, it is very chaotic. What did the person say that shocked you into like this like Queen of Swords energy? Because see, this is your reaction to the Tower, by the way. What happened? What did they say? What did you say? Okay. This could be a lie. The person lying to you. This could be because of infidelity. And I can tell you right off the bat, anybody dealing with infidelity, somebody going to snap off. Okay. You're not going to be diplomatic if somebody else is getting what you get. Okay. That's number two. So it could be a lie. It could be infidelity, or it could be we made marriage vows, right? We made marriage vows, but you don't take care of me. You don't take care of the kids. And so what is that called? Abandonment. And now there is someone who is feeling like their partner has abandoned them, even emotionally. They are not there. They're around, but they're not there. So there's about to be a huge turn of events. So when I say that I see all of this love energy, it depends on where you are in your life. It depends on what's happening really in your chart. What is Pluto doing in your chart? What's in your 7th house? What's in your 5th house? Okay. So one thing that I can tell you based off of what I see here is that a lot of you are going to have to make what? A decision. Okay. The Judgment card talks about a decision about what? Do I leave or do I stay? How bad is it according to this reading? All right. Even here with the two of Pentacles even says it, right? You're kind of like juggling or what's best for me? What's going to be the best outcome here with the Two of Pentacles? Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to get the next row-ish and see how this is going to turn out. And then we're going to get into, I might as well pick this up. And we're going to get into the signs, zodiac signs. This is for, oh, wow. So you have the Ten of Swords. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Crazy. Let me show you. The Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. This is very telling. That's very telling. Very telling. You have the Death card. And you have the Knight of Wands. You know, sometimes people can be in a relationship and you already know that it's going to be over. You don't know when, but you know that it will be. You have someone in your reading that is very selfish and impulsive. They're not concerned about your feelings. They're not concerned about you and your well-being. And what's sad is that, remember, some of y'all are in full-blown committed relationships with this kind of energy. Now, let me tell you the thing that I see here. I'm just going to tell you, I see a separation. I don't care what status you are. I don't care if you're single. I don't care if you're married. I see it. Now, has it happened yet? I don't know. Has it happened? I don't know. Will it happen? I mean, if it hasn't, there's going to be something of that nature. We're not saying that you're going to get a divorce, but it's saying that there's a strong possibility that could happen. Now, here you have the Ten of Swords. And if you pay attention to this card, you guys already know, okay, there's this big fat Ace of Swords standing right in the middle of that. And these two people are talking to butterflies above their head. What does that mean? Something ended, or there was a lack of communication. Someone wasn't talking, because a butterfly always represents a rebirth or coming back to life. We saw that with the Judgment card, right? What does this mean? But this could also be, okay, we need to reconcile our differences. It doesn't mean that you're going to be with this person. But if you have kids with them, if you have a house with them, if you have something like that with them, you need to talk about it, right? Now, it could be, if you are single, someone wants to talk it out. You try to figure out if this is something that you want to do. It's going to be up to you, by the way, because remember, Judgment card talks about a decision. It's going to be up to you. But I'm just going to tell you, based off of what I see, I mean, you can talk it out, but I'm not seeing where the cohesiveness is. I don't see the cohesiveness here. I don't see it being, I'm not seeing the togetherness. I like that word better. I just don't. Okay, I don't see it. I do, however, see somebody for the singles who isn't this person that you've been dealing with. I'm not seeing it. I feel like there's a possibility of being two different people around, but I definitely see that there is someone who is feeling you just as much as you're feeling them. A very healing connection is in your aura field. So it cannot be what you've already been experiencing unless there is an extreme transformation here with the Death card. And yeah, y'all thought that I was going to say no. This has to happen. Someone has to completely change their ways and behavior in order for this to actually work. If we're talking about someone that you know, someone has to completely change. Okay? That's the only way that it's going to work. From what I'm seeing, if it's someone that's been in and out, or someone who's been selfish, or someone who's been flaky, or their feelings are fleeting, 1 minute they're doing something, the next minute they're not, I don't see it working. Why? Because the Knight of Wands is hitting the Tower. The Knight of Wands on its own isn't bad, but that hitting the Tower is making me feel like you're not going to change. The same behavior that you were doing, when we were married, or when we were together, and all of that is still showing here because of what? This. Okay? Because the Four of Swords is again showing what we saw in the beginning of the reading. You're down for the count, and at the end, it's still showing the person is like, okay, enough is enough. Because the Four of Swords is not a resting energy no more. This is more saying enough is enough. I'm about to start healing myself. Okay, the Four of Swords is in that energy. The Tower is a releasing for you. So it's going to be different for everybody. But this is the extremes of what we're actually seeing when it comes down to a connection. You do have a soulmate here. I do see a really nice connection, but some of you guys are going to have to close a chapter first. On like the way that you feel about the person, who you've been dealing with. Like I said, it could be child's father, someone that you're married to, child's mother, girlfriend, boyfriend, or whoever. Something has to conclude. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the zodiacs. And we're going to start with Aries. Give me a second. I don't know why that came up, but okay. There we go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. And so what I'm going to be telling you is going to be how the connection is going to be with that sign. What's going on with that sign, meaning, if it's some positive qualifications, maybe if it is. If not, I'll tell you something that I see that may be the reason why it's not, and how it's going to go. Okay? If you are a Virgo dealing with an Aries, if you are a Virgo dealing with an Aries, okay, so I'm shuffling and it's not going anywhere. All right, I want to say this, out of the Sagittarius read that I did and the Taurus reading that I've done, there are villains. And I'm not going to tell you who the villain is because I'm not going to throw it out there like that. But there are villains in both of those reads. And it was the same signs. Okay. So let's hope that's not the same with you. So let's go ahead. This is going to be for Virgo dealing with an Aries. Dang. I mean, that's a lot of cards. That does not ever happen. So you had the Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, Strength card, Chariot card. Now I'm going to tell you first how it's going to go. Extremely problematic. Extremely problematic. A lot of drama, a lot of issues. First of all, this person either has emotional issues, heavy emotional baggage, whether it's because they're still in love with someone else or someone done something to them. You do not have time to be trying to pacify somebody. You ain't got time for that. There's always other people around. This person does feel like, and this person actually feels like the original Knight of Wands, where it's like They come in and out. Okay, play girl, play boy, that type of thing feels a little bit irresponsible. This is what I see. Don't want to be vulnerable. Don't really want to fall in love. Don't really want to be in a relationship. That's what I'm seeing. And it's very tragic because one of the villains were Aries. And I was just trying to see if it was going to be any different with you. Not really sure what's going on with Aries right now. And I'm not saying it's all Aries because Aries could be actually experiencing this. So either Aries is experiencing this or Aries is indeed the one that's causing it. But I do see that it is some problematic energy with Aries in relationships for whatever reason. Okay. I'm going to tell you a few things. I do see that there is someone that is always around this individual who isn't there, who is also a sexual partner. I see that this person gets a lot of attention. I do see that this person is really good about their words. And I do see that this person is attractive or very magnetic for whatever reason. I don't know if it's money. I don't know if it's their intelligence, but that is what I'm saying. But like I said, if this is a connection with an Aries, I'm not seeing it. If you stay, you're going to end up, with a whole bunch of scars. Okay. But remember, this is based on what you are experiencing with them, not what I'm telling you. Okay. Don't ever go off what I say. You go off of what you starting to see. You're like, oh, damn. Yes, was right. Okay. That's what you do. Now, if you are a Virgo dealing with a Taurus, Virgo dealing with a Taurus, Virgo dealing with a Taurus. I'm taking it. You got the 10 of Cups. You got the 2 of Cups. Okay. And you have the Knight of Swords. This is not bad at all. Not bad. There is a Taurus who is feeling your ass big time. Now, the thing is, let me tell you, I don't know who this is because remember, it can bounce. The ball could be in whatever court, right? But I see that this person actually has feelings for you. Or you have feelings for this person. I still see them around. Like it doesn't like at this point, it's not even showing that the person isn't around. Like this person is very much so around. Okay. Very much so around. The only issue that I feel that you will have with this person is that like their uncertainty. And you're going to be like, well, why are you here? Because they're very much so in your life. They're calling. Right? They're romanticizing you. Okay. There's things about them that you really, really dig, but that's this one thing. They don't know what the hell they want. And this is what's making me feel like if it's another person or if it has something to do with the fact that like, are they ready for commitment? And that's the scary part about it because they can end up losing you if they do not choose. Now, I'm also seeing that with this particular person, I kind of like this person. Like this person is very outgoing. Okay. They can love very, very hard. They don't, though, however, like to express their feelings in the beginning part of the relationship. They may. It all depends. It all depends. This person could be an entrepreneur, or they may have a side hustle or something like that. Money is going to be so on point for them. So I'm not seeing anything bad with this person. It can turn bad if they don't make the decision in time, because then you're going to start feeling some kind of way, and then that's going to start deteriorating the relationship. Okay, that's if you are dealing with a Taurus. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Gemini, if you are a Virgo dealing with a Gemini, let's see what's coming out. Virgo dealing with a Gemini. Let's get it. You have the 3 of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups. You have the 2 of Swords. This is the most Gemini-ass reading I have ever seen in my life. Gemini's, Lord have mercy. Oh, Gemini. Gemini is very charmed by you. They like, there's something about you that they really like. Okay. They do have feelings. The Gemini is more, will express it a little bit more, like how I didn't like with the with Taurus, they may have a lot of it, but they may not express it too much. But the Gemini, they're doing a Kanye on your ass. They will definitely express it. Okay. But they're coming in with some confusing energy as well, because I'm not seeing them giving as much as they could in the connection. And I'm not really sure what it is. Like, I feel like this person could be generous, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure out what this Two of Swords will be. That's what's making me confused. I'm sorry. You're the only person I would have to most likely do this for, because Gemini is not telling me what I need to know. Let me see. Oh, you had a lot. Let me see. I got to get some. That's what I figured. That's what I figured. I knew it. So Gemini has some wounds. Gemini has this image or this idea of relationships, and it's like, it's amazing, right? They want things to work. They want things to be great. But the sad part about it is that they live a lot in the not reality world. It's only the idea of love for them right now, because they really did love someone and they're not with that person. So I don't want them to be trying to get you in this mode of you being the person that they lost. That's the thing that I'm not liking. Okay. I'm not saying that they don't like you, but there is another person energy that's showing up in this read that isn't yours. And it's more so problematic with feelings. So you're going to be getting this true bipolar energy from Gemini. I'm so serious. Very much so hot and cold. They have a little self-esteem issues right now, maybe because somebody cheated on them, or it was something that the person said that they're pretending that they've gotten over and they really didn't. So I would say, if I had to say, I would say just see how it goes. But it could end up being very problematic. Okay. I will see how it goes with that Gemini. Gemini is very sociable. I mean, that's such a Gemini energy. That's what I was talking about. Very sociable. Like to go out, like to conversate, like to be with friends, that type of stuff. And it looks like their money is on point. Looks like they're okay as far as financially. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Cancer, if you are a Virgo dealing with a Cancer, damn, I forgot. Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups, Five of Swords. This was the second villain. I didn't say anything. I knew Aries was, but I forgot that it was also Cancer. I was shocked. I literally would have never thought that Cancer would have been problematic in both of those readings. And now here it is with you. Again, that's why I said I wasn't going to say anything. I don't know why. I'm not sure what is happening. Now, Cancer is showing the Seven of Cups. That does not mean that it is multiple partners. It means multiple interests. There's people that I'm interested in. Let me just see who it is I want to be interested in. It does not have to be a bad thing. Or it could be either way. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you what it means, flat out, with this reading. The Five of Swords is saying, you're going to be kind of all over the place with this person, unfortunately, because there's something else that's prioritized in their life, and it. That shit is going to hurt. And I also feel like they are looking, dating, not saying they're having sex, but it could very well happen. But the only thing that I am saying is because it's a this person is very romantic, right? Like the Knight of Cups can be great, but it isn't the king. It's not even the queen. It just has that, okay, it's that feel good feeling, but is it really grounded in something? And sometimes it's just not. Depends on what other cards come out here. I'm not seeing it being grounded in a beautiful light. I'm just not. And you're going to be feeling like this person is pushing you to the side, or this person is like making other things and other people are priority over you, or you're going to feel that. And this is why you're in this energy. This is you. I asked for them, but I see you coming out in this reading. But see, the problem is if they don't get it together, that's going to be them. If they don't get it together, if they don't pull themselves together, they're going to end up missing out. So they're going to be 50 or 60 years old trying to figure out why they can't find the one because the one passed them up. One thing I can say about this individual, it does feel like they're going through some things, or they have been through some things as far as like home, maybe family or something like that. Okay. There's been some tragedies that I do see that this person have experienced. So they're trying to emotionally get themselves back on track with that. But you know, I can't use that as an excuse because I see other people here and they don't have to be playing games with you. Okay. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Leo, if you are a Virgo dealing with a Leo, let's get it. And guess what? Guess who the hero has been? Freaking Leo. Freaking Leo in everybody's read. Whoever's getting a Leo, I don't know if it's a sun or if it's, where's Leo in your chart? I don't know, because I can't even say that it's a Leo person, but they have fire somewhere. Oh my God. You got the King of Wands. You got the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups with Leo. Do you know that this is literally what's been coming out for everybody? Anyone dealing with the Leo, or if it's Leo placements or something like that in your chart, that's what's been coming out. Could it be Leo season? I wonder. Because they have just been on point. If you are dealing with a Leo, this is just good. There's nothing about this reading that I'm seeing that is horrible. And you do not know this person. You don't know this person. I usually don't break character when I'm doing readings, but I actually want to say this because this is important. It was something that Castasio Soul said. Leo risings, that's an interesting thing because your rising is a relationship to yourself. So the person that's going to come in here is going to treat you the way you want to be treated. How do you want to treat yourself? It's a reflection of you. You get what I'm saying? The relationship to yourself. Leo is also that energy. This is why I said the sun is the ego. It's the self. It's you. So if you are a Leo rising, it is basically saying you. Of course, it deals with the body, but it is you. So this person is very much so going to reflect the type of person you want in your life because you're done with the other stuff. You're done with the junk. You get what I'm saying? This person is on freaking point. This reading is better than the other reads. The other ones I saw and it was good. With this one, it is like on point. You need to figure out where Leo is in your chart because it's something about Leo that is extremely good for you. I see that this person is just going to be giving. I mean, I'm talking about, and I'm not just telling y'all this. These are the cards when I be doing personal readings and I can see it, right? This is the type of person that would, let's say you're very considerate and you like to give and you like to pamper. They're going to be like that. And you're like, there's no way in the world this person is like me. Yeah. If you like to give, They like to give, and it's going to be a very healing connection. When I say healing, you guys hear me say that. When I say healing, it's because it finally brings you down to earth where you feel comfortable. They're not fucking up your nervous system. This person looks like they are a straight, full-blown boss. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know who they are, but it is your wish fulfillment. Boom, here we go. I mean, come on now. Let's just keep it a buck. I think it was like that. Leo is on point. I know a Leo. And I done a Leo reading for this person and was like, damn, I didn't expect for this to come out for you. So I know for a fact that this is true. Leos are going to be snapping. Money-wise and relationship-wise. Hello. Hello. That's all I have to say about that. They could have kids, though. They could be a father or a mother. So I'm not saying that they squeaky clean. Ain't nobody squeaky clean, you know. I don't, you know. So I'm not going to make this be as if they're just perfect, because no, ma'am. But they're going to be good. Now, I'm not going to tell you the other one that's like amazing, but that was definitely one. Okay. If you are a Virgo, that's why I said, that's why I was like, wait, like, even if you don't know a Leo, you don't know who's coming. Okay. So if you are a Virgo dealing with a Virgo, let's see what this looks like. I just wouldn't want to date myself. I'm sorry. Not that I'm like a horrible person, but like I'm too, like, there are certain things that I like about, you know, things have to be a certain way. Like I have this perfectionist spirit where it's like, you know, like certain things on the bed has to be clean like twice out of a week. This, you know, certain things can't have smells. And it's like, if a person was to tell me that and I know how I am, I would be offended. What you mean that my clothes smell like outside? Like that would irritate the hell out of me, but that's just how I am, right? They will definitely increase that Virgo muscle. That is one thing I can tell you. All right. Oh no, it's not just y'all. I mean, I'm so serious. Like, I'm so serious when I say this. Like, I went and bought hangers and everything. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm just in this era where it's just, I don't like anything icky. But in relationships, I don't like certain smells. Like, I don't like certain smells. I don't like things feeling uncomfortable. So I can really drive somebody crazy with that. I've learned to tone it down, but I couldn't date myself. If you are a Virgo, deal with a Virgo. I'm going to be honest. This reading isn't bad. Sagittarius dating themselves is a little hectic, but Virgo here, I'm not seeing it being bad. I'm really not. Right in the heart of the reading, you got the Six of Cups. So it could be Virgo-esque. Or remember, when we're saying signs, we could also be saying seasons, right? So if we're saying signs like Leo is coming up. Leo is in the summertime. Leo means what? And where is it in your chart? You get it? This is the reason why I say it's important to know these things, because you shouldn't be here if you don't know your chart. It is irresponsible. Most of you guys already know that, right? Okay. Exactly. July and August. Leo, Virgo, August and September. What does it rule? Work, fitness energy, health energy. Are you in these places? Are you at these places where this could be where you meet your person? You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that it has to be a Virgo, but it could be a season, okay? Or the place that it could be. You got the Six of Cups and you got the Star card. That is hella good together, but you're not even seeing the other two cards that I'm seeing it out. Crazy energy, crazy energy. There is someone that with Virgo energy, season, sign, okay, or place. I mean, I'm talking about the connection is intense. That's the only thing that I can say. This person is very, it's funny because Virgos, we've been talking about this with Virgos, right? We've been saying how Virgos is going to be very busy. And I see this person being busy, right? So it's true to its astrology nature. I see this person is very busy. This person could transform your life. And another reason why I say that is because the star card is here. That's Aquarius, and Pluto is in Aquarius. There's going to be something that this person can change your life. I would say that this is actually pretty decent. I would say that this is actually pretty decent and very intense. A lot of romantic times together is something that I'm seeing here. Okay. Really, really, really good. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Libra, Virgo dealing with a Libra. Let's see what comes out. Virgo dealing with a Libra. So who was the other villain? You got it, Libra. Libra, however, for you wasn't as bad. For you, it was not bad like that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You had the King of Cups, you had the Temperance card, and you literally had the Sun. They destroyed Taurus and Sag. For you, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing it. I do see that there's going to be a strong connection to some Libra. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. There's a strong connection. This is crazy. Sun is Leo, by the way. Oh my gosh. Temperance, Sagittarius season, Leo season, or Scorpio somewhere in the fall. I'm just telling you. Oh, Libra is in the fall. Libra is in the fall. This is Scorpio here at the bottom of the day. Scorpio fall, Sagittarius fall. Okay. So I don't know why I feel like it's something later in that, like in a, not even like late in the year, but like maybe you got 2 months to prepare. Okay. Especially we're talking about Libra person, zodiac sign, Libra season. Okay. And I do feel like this person is going to be very much so, wow, I haven't seen this for Libra in a while. Very much so into you. Okay, very much so into you. I do feel like there could be some issues that you may experience with this Libra. I do feel like there could be someone, and I'm not saying this because of Libra, I do see it here. There could be someone that you're dealing with that doesn't necessarily have to be a Libra. Like I said, it could be season, but the person could have legal issues. Okay, they have legal issues. And the reason why I say that is because I do see something dealing with children. My combination of cards that deal with legal issues, and sometimes it deals with children. Okay, sometimes dealing with lawsuits outside of that, but with this one, it's something legal with kids. It's very harmonious. Oh, very harmonious. Libra is harmony. Okay. Here you have a lot of time spent together with this person with the Sun card. And again, with that King of Cups, this is what's making me feel like, again, they're kind of like the Taurus energy. They're not going to be as expressive, but you are going to feel that they do have some love for you. Definitely. And it is going to feel, like a soulmate-ish. There is somebody who's not one of y'all together, though. Now, I hate that I see that. I hate that. I don't know who this is. I don't know if this is the child's father or the child's mother, but I'm not going to lie. That's the part I don't like. I don't like that I see that there's someone on the sidelines being a little effing hater. Okay. But other than that, this looks pretty decent. This looks decent. They look like they have a side hustle as well. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Scorpio. Remember, Scorpio person, Scorpio season. Let's see. Or if you're Scorpio. I'll tell you in a minute what else I'm thinking. This is for Virgo dealing with a Scorpio. Oof. Oof. Oh, wow. Scorpio coming out kind of strong here. We got the 9 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and the Emperor. I saw this yesterday for Scorpio. And I've mentioned this before. Capricorn and Scorpio have the worst kind of attachment style, meaning it's hard to let this person go. Or it is hard for them to let you go. And the reason why I say it's both of y'all, because you're both engaging with one another. You're participating. This is not one-sided, not one, like nowhere near. You have these, I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to ever be with you. Can't stand you. Can't stand your ass. La, la, la. I want, I'm not going to ever be with you. I want all my stuff back. Yada, yada. Don't talk for a second and then come right back. Land on your back. Okay, that's this whole storyline. I don't see it ending right now. However, it's a little unhealthy. Okay, you don't remember. Scorpio talks about the way we are with people, and this is the reason why it's called the obsession sign. Because it can get so deep, it's hard to come out of. Scorpio represents depthness, deepness, darkness, lust, desire, okay? Somebody here loves the sex way more than they are saying or what they want to admit, okay? There is something that they're very much so attached to that they don't want to let go of. So if we're talking about a Scorpio, that's what you're going to be experiencing with this person. I'm not going to lie, though. I love their energy. Virgo, you do have a lot of people based off of what I saw, even in the general portion of the reading. You have people in your life that, are, it sounds, I'm hearing upgrade. It's an upgrade from your original or usual type. Upgrade. Okay. And so I do see that this person controls everything around them. Okay. Don't know what that means, but they are in control of their world. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Sagittarius, if you are a Virgo dealing with a Sag, why am I smelling spaghetti? Don't know. Don't know why I'm smelling spaghetti. Y'all know I'm allergic to tomatoes. I still eat it though. Okay. I still eat it. I'll be itching a little bit. But I don't know. I started smelling spaghetti. I started smelling pasta. So it's like Italian. Ooh. Are some of you guys going to a fancy Italian restaurant? Mm-hmm. Because see, even with this feels like Italy. Because remember, they get a lot of the like fine foods or something like that. Wine, vineyards and stuff. Yeah. So if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, this is like this person will wine and dine you. Mm-hmm. The only thing, and I do see that this person could be from across from they could be foreign, or there's something foreign about them, and I'm not sure if it's age or personality, but I do see that just based on this feels foreign. And I don't even use this card for foreign, but I looked at it and for some odd reason, it just kept pointing me towards that. So I feel like it could be someone of a different race, or it doesn't have to be like, it's just someone that isn't part of your, they're not your culture, they could be Italian, another person is European. Okay. One person could be Haitian, another person could be, Nigerian. Right. But I definitely see that there's something different about them. And that's also the thing that's kind of like, you guys like that. Okay. They are heavily trying to get your attention. This person is heavily trying to get your attention. I see that you're going to have a lot of fun with this Sagittarius. The only thing is they are not even sure if they want to be serious. I'm not saying that they can't go that way. I'm just saying they're not sure if they want to be, because I do see them having feelings for you. I do see that. They like your energy. They like your style. They love that. They like this innocence kind of thing. I'm not saying it's innocence, but baby, who am I reading for? Virgo. We know that ain't true. Okay. Honey, the inverted Scorpios. So, but it's something about you that maybe it's this mystery thing that they like about you too, but they do, they dig you a lot. Okay. But I do feel like if it's not a foreign person, you are going to experience this person maybe not being around a lot because of their job. So that was one thing that I hated that I saw. But I do see that this person may have to travel a lot. Okay. So if you're a Virgo dealing with a Sag, that's what I see. Okay. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Capricorn, Virgo dealing with a Capricorn. Wow. You have the Emperor. You have the Three of Wands. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Remember, Capricorn is what? The house of fame and recognition, job and work. And it's interesting because you got the Three of Pentacles here. So could this be someone that you know from your job? We said it before. Now, if it isn't, I'm going to tell you what this means. And I saw this yesterday for Capricorn. Capricorn have been through some shit. They are over. And I'm talking about they don't even want to think about the past person. So I love that for you. You know how sometimes people have to worry about if you gotta worry about the past, baby. They ain't looking back. They don't even want the back. They don't want none of that. Okay. They're like, it's only forward energy for me. A little scared, a little afraid because it is something different. So this is making me feel like they were in a long-term committed relationship or they were with someone for a while from what I see. That's the only reason why there's some uneasiness here for them. It makes so much sense. But they got a lot to lose. So you are not about to be coming up in their life acting crazy because this is the type of person that will check you. Okay, but you like it. You like that. You like that like energy. Okay. Still a little bit of emotional residue there, but it's not I love my ex. No, it's moving forward. I have to be careful with how I move and how much I extend to the person, especially not right away. I can't be foolish. I can't be with someone just based on them having money or them having a big ass or a nice body. This person is completely different. They have had a transformation, but money-wise is on point for a Capricorn. They got money. Okay. And if not, I don't even know why they even need to read. Okay. And I'm not saying they got money in comparison to the other people, like they had their businesses and stuff like this. No, this person either A is going to be somewhat of a benefactor to you where you don't really have to do too much of anything. You can have your stuff, but there's levels to it. You get what I'm saying? There's levels to it. And Capricorn is kind of standing on top of that one. If you are a Virgo dealing or will be dealing with an Aquarius. If you are a Virgo who is dealing with or will be dealing with an Aquarius. I don't know why I feel like something good is going to come out. I don't know why, but I feel like it will be. Maybe not. Oof, I was wrong. You have the Page of Wands. You have the Two of Wands. You have the Four of Pentacles. And you have the Five of Wands. Actually, not bad, but they are dating. And I feel like the reason why I said what I said at first when I was like, ooh, it's because I think they're going to let you know. You know that there are some people who fake it, and then there's some people who are just realist. This person is kind of, this feels more like a divine feminine energy. I don't know why. Because the divine masculine don't show their hand at all. And I don't know if, you know, and some do, but this person is kind of doing that. And that's the reason why I had that ooh thing, because it's not bad, right? Because it's like they are the type of person that's kind of anxious in relationships. They want things to work, but then the thing is they don't allow it to get too deep if they know that it's going to be trouble. And they are coming out with being a perfectionist, which is weird. Okay. They can spot a lot of weird things about people really quickly that can turn them off. I don't know how in the world I'm picking this up with Aquarius. I didn't think that I can actually see that with them, but I'm seeing that. Okay. There's going to be things that's going to get in the way, you know, and I'm talking about heavy priority is going to be their work. And I'm not saying maybe, I'm saying it is for them, because there are a lot of things that they're doing. They got a lot of pots that they're stirring, right? And I'm talking about money wise. So they're not necessarily wanting anyone to disrupt that at the moment. Could this go somewhere? It's a possibility, but it's going to be very superficial in the beginning. Very superficial. Yeah, I hate to say it that way, but I mean, this is going to take some time with this Aquarius. I'm also feeling like distance could be an issue. Some of you guys may talk to an Aquarius that may end up being in a different city. So this could maybe only be talking partners, or you guys will end up being friends, and maybe later on it gets deeper. But in the beginning, I'm not seeing it being anything that's going to be like long term. If you are a Virgo dealing with a Pisces, we're on our last one, y'all. If you are a Virgo dealing with or will be dealing with a Pisces, let's see what's coming out here. You have the High Priestess. Okay. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. And you have the Three of Cups. I will say, hell no, do not go. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. First of all, High Priestess is coming out, letting me know you got two cards, basically. It's different meanings, but these two together is saying this person is not emotionally available and they are not putting that much interest in you. And I'm just saying, I just don't see it. The Three of Cups feels like many things. Okay. A lot of flirtation, they want different people. They have to, they like to socialize. They like to go out. It's that type of thing. And you do have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I'm just not seeing it. This talks about secrets. You see what I'm saying? It started off not great. So one thing that I could tell you, I don't see you investing, or this person investing in the relationship the way that you would want them to. And I'm also feeling, I don't know why I feel, you know, and there could be some friends that's playing a role in here. Three of Cups talks about friends or siblings or their neighbor. You know how that happened. You may find out, you may be like, oh, I found out that they were dealing with their neighbor, right? So it's friends or neighbors that they could be dealing with. Or it's something like that that's having an impact on the relationship. Outside of that, because it's a three, outside of that, we're saying that there's a possibility that this person isn't even ready for a committed relationship, because part of the issue being that they're emotionally unavailable, and it's because they are not full with themselves. What is it? Money, childhood issues, family issues, not feeling loved, wanting feeling loved, abuse, whether it's family abuse, whether it's sexual abuse, whether it is substance abuse, it's something like that. They have issues that they are needing to fix within themselves. So here you are, and you're coming into their life, and unfortunately, you're not going to get what you want out of them just based on these cards. It's just not going to happen. Okay? I'm not even seeing where it can change. I'm saying this looks like a blank piece of paper to me, just based off of what I'm seeing. Okay? And you're not here to be, like I said, I think I said it with another sign. You're not here to pacify anybody. Okay? So if it is a Pisces, the person that I'm seeing in this particular reading, it could be something different tomorrow. It is a no. Okay? But this is what I have for you here. Virgo, you did it. Oh my God. You guys stayed. But this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below in the description box. You will have your general reading tonight. I've already pre-did that. I've already pre-did all of that. Okay, so I will be uploading that as well. All right, if you guys are interested in reading, like I said, all of that is below. I will see you later. Love you. Bye.